The NBA brings in between $7 and $10 billion each season. It shouldn't be shocking that the athletes themselves are worth hundreds of millions of dollars thanks to the good pays they receive. So, who, then, are the richest NBA players in the world? Stay tuned, as that's what we're about to show you. 10. Dwyane Wade, $170 million. First on the list, we have Dwyane Wade, who cemented his legacy with the Miami Heat by taking home the NBA Finals MVP in 2006. Dwyane Wade's net worth is mostly derived from his NBA salary, unlike most of the other players on this list. Dwyane Wade earned an estimated $196 million over his celebrated 16-year career. It's estimated that Wade made $2.6 million during his debut season with the Miami Heat. Wade only stayed with the Miami Heat for 3 years before guiding them to their first ever NBA title. However, Dwyane Wade only earned $3 million, despite having a rather successful season. Dwyane Wade re-signed a $43 million deal with the Miami Heat in 2006. As a result, Dwyane Wade earned more than $13 million in his 16th season with the Miami Heat. That's just the beginning. From here on, we have crazy numbers. Stay tuned. 9. Kevin Garnett, $190 million. Garnett is one of the top earners in NBA history, having earned over $300 million in NBA career earnings, plus more in shoe agreements and other endorsements. After signing two of the largest contracts in NBA history at the time, Garnett was traded by the Minnesota Timberwolves to the Boston Celtics in a 7 players for 1 deal, which was the most players traded by a franchise in exchange for 1 player until Chris Paul was traded to the Rockets in the summer of 2017. Garnett's net worth is now in dispute as he sued his financial consultants, the same firm that represented Tim Duncan. The group is said to have sunk roughly $70 million of Garnett's fortune, and it remains to be seen how much he can retrieve in court. 8. Hakeem Olajuwon, $200 million. Hakeem Olajuwon, widely regarded as one of the 10 greatest players in basketball history and one of the 5 greatest players at the center position, was the first and only African-origin player to win the MVP award in the 1993-94 season, when he also won the Defensive Player of the Year trophy, making him one of only 2 players to win both individual honors in the same season. Olajuwon earned nearly $100 million in wages over his 18-year NBA career, the last of which he spent with the Toronto Raptors, and another $50 million in endorsements. He's also a savvy investor, notably selling a large piece of real estate in the Houston metropolitan region for a $13 million profit within 18 months after purchasing it. 7. David Robinson, $200 million. Next on, we have David Robinson. He is one of the most successful centers in NBA history, the Admiral, as fans and critics alike dubbed him. Robinson was the Spurs' first-round choice in 1987, and he spent 2 years in the Navy before making his NBA debut and became an immediate hit. Robinson, a 10-time All-Star, joined Michael Jordan, John Stockton, and Jerry Sloan in the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame in 2009. Robinson earned $116 million in NBA pay throughout his 14-year career. After his retirement, Robinson formed 2 private equity firms. Admiral Capital, the inaugural fund, raised $115 million following its inception in 2007. The fund finally acquired $350 million in real estate holdings. In 2015, he formed his second fund to acquire $175 million to invest in real estate. He is also devoted to giving back to the community, donating 10% of his profits to several organizations and establishing a school comparable to the LeBron James Foundation. 6. Grant Hill, $250 million. Grant Hill was the prototype for the point forward position that many of today's finest players today play. Having been in 7 All-Star games before foot and knee ailments wrecked what might have been an all-time great career, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Ben Simmons, and Blake Griffin all owe their success to the former Duke NCAA champion. Grant earned $140 million in salary and another $120 million in endorsements over his extensive NBA career. Grant signed a 7-year agreement, $80 million contract with Fila in 1997, the richest shoe contract in history at the time. In 2018, he agreed to a lifetime contract with Fila, which would pay him more than $10 million yearly to promote the brand. 5. Shaquille O'Neal, $400 million. Shaquille O'Neal was widely regarded as the most dominating player in modern NBA history at the height of his Lakers career. Shaq, who stood 7'1" and weighed up to 330 pounds in 2001, could move with speed, agility, and balance. O'Neal had a 13-year career peak in which he averaged 26 points, 12 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 blocks a game. And he is one of only 2 players to have been voted NBA's Finals MVP 3 times in a row, with the other being Michael Jordan. O'Neal joined TNT as an analyst for their award-winning pregame, halftime, and post-game program Inside the NBA, after retiring from the NBA after 19 seasons. Because of several sponsorships and commercial partnerships, including Shaq-branded clothes, footwear, and jewelry, O'Neal is one of the world's highest-paid retired athletes. His net worth is estimated to be $400 million. 4. LeBron James, $600 million. LeBron James made approximately $85 million in wages and endorsements during the 2015-16 NBA season. The Nike LeBron brand of basketball shoes debuted in 2003, while the King was still a potential chosen one, and before he'd even stepped foot on an NBA floor, accounts for a large portion of his profits. LeBron's off-court earnings don't stop with endorsements. He is an investor in Blaze Pizzas, one of the fastest-growing pizza businesses in the United States of America in recent years. Spring Hill Entertainment is a production firm owned by James and his business partner, Maverick Carter. His net worth is expected to be close to $600 million. 3. Kobe Bryant, $600 million. Legends never die, and Mamba will forever be in our hearts. Kobe Bryant had good fortune before he died, and his current net worth is upwards of $600 million. He was paid a salary of $25 million every year. Bryant received over $26 million in endorsements in 2016. According to Forbes, the basketball standout was the highest-paid athlete in team sport history that year. He had earned $770 million in his basketball career by the time he retired in 2016. Most of his money is from outside of basketball via product sponsorships. He sponsored products such as Nintendo, Turkish Airlines, and Sprite. Nike was one of Bryant's most lucrative endorsement agreements. He landed a $10 million a year contract in 2013. In 2014, he spent $6 million on Body Armor energy drink, which is now worth $200 million. 2. Magic Johnson, $600 million. Magic Johnson is most remembered for his basketball accomplishments as the standout point guard for the Showtime Los Angeles Lakers, with whom he won 5 NBA championships in the 1980s. But since his second retirement in 1996, he's become a business tycoon, amassing most of his fortune as the CEO of Magic Johnson Enterprise, MJE, a billion-dollar company he founded in 1987. In 2010, he sold both and received a reported $100 million. In 2012, he partnered with Guggenheim Partners, paid $2.15 billion for a controlling share in the Los Angeles Dodgers. According to official MLB sources, this was the most money ever spent for a sports club in North America. 1. Michael Jordan, $1.65 billion. Before we get to our last athlete, please consider giving the video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. Now, let's see who tops the chart. Michael Jordan is the highest paid athlete of all time, with lifetime earnings of $1.85 billion, adjusted for inflation. His partnership with Nike to develop the Jordan brand was a game changer in sports shoes and, more broadly, sports gear. The baggy shorts worn by NBA players today are a product of Jordan wearing another pair of shorts under his Bulls clothes and the rest of the league emulating him because he looked so cool. Michael Jordan is the main owner of the Charlotte Hornets, having purchased the team from the Charlotte Bobcats in 2010. The Charlotte franchise was launched in its current Hornets incarnation at the start of the 2014-15 NBA season, after a rebranding to their original identity. Jordan's wealth before joining the Hornets was based on his NBA career, and, more especially, his sponsorships. During his 15-year playing career, Jordan earned $90 million in pay. He was only the NBA's highest-paid player for 2 seasons, but he has made an additional $1.4 billion pre-tax from business partners since becoming a pro in 1984, not considering his post-playing career earnings. Which among the 10 players is your favorite? Let me know in the comment section down below. Remember to like, share, and turn on the notification bell. Adios.